If you think 2023 was a wild and crazy year of events with whistleblowers and aliens landing in Las Vegas, Nevada, then hold on tight, friends, because 2024 is going to knock your socks off with amazing new medical advancements and innovations, uprisings throughout the world unlike anything we've ever witnessed before, the highest ever recorded earthquakes, and so much more. In today's video, I'm going to go into trance meditation to access information for 2024 and even 2025, predictions, and to see what we have ahead of us in the future. You're not going to want to miss this, and this is just the first of many channeled prediction videos to come for 2024 predictions. Welcome, Satnam, beautiful friends. I hope that you're having an amazing day so far. If you're new to the channel, I welcome you and I welcome you all back to the channel. My name is Joseph Tittel, aka Spiritman J.T, and I am so grateful that you are here with me today. If you are new to the channel, you like the content here, and you want accurate predictions, prophecy, and truth, you found the perfect tribe, baby. Smash that subscribe. Thank you for showing your love by clicking that like button, because it takes a lot of time and energy and effort that goes into all this content for all content providers here. So thank you so much for clicking that like button. Down below, you'll find all the links to all my social media, including the newsletter and information for accessing my live recording for 2024 predictions. You're going to want to check that out down below. And I want to take a moment to thank all the contributors to this channel and the members below and the members of the Awaken Your Spirit Subscribe Star community, because this work and time would not be possible without you. And again, I thank you all with infinite love and gratitude. Let's move on to this channeled session of predictions for 2024. I hope you enjoy. I get myself into position in a nice cozy spot with my Lemurian quartz crystals, my blindfold, my earbuds with some nice soft music to get me relaxed, followed by some good drumming music to get me into trance mode, to tap into what 2024 and even 2025 may hold for us. Off we go. I repeat that in which Spirit speaks. 2024 will be a year with infinite possibilities, with amazing new discoveries and amazing new breakthroughs in the medical field. At the same time, these infinite possibilities will bring along with it major changes for humanity, major changes that many will suffer through, as many in humanity do not like change. The changes that are coming will be sudden and abrupt. In the month of January, we'll start off with quite a bang. The energies of January will bring about many big endings as we begin to continue to see leaders drop from power. Many lives, especially in the political realm, will be in grave danger as we begin to see many of them being taken out before our eyes, as so many new changes of power come between 2024 and 2025. It is important to understand that no change is easy for anyone, and some changes are more difficult for some than others. The changes coming upon the planet between 2024 and 2025 will be devastating to some, as many fight and resist the changes that need to happen. Everything as you know it will be completely different by the time we reach the end of 2025. Even land masses across the planet will shift and change, some which will sink below the waters as some new land masses arise from below the waters, as we witness more and more shakings of the earth and quakes unlike anything that humanity has yet to see. Mother Earth is suffering and shifting. The shifting of the poles of Mother Earth is occurring, and many in your governments refuse and resist telling you the truth, calling it all climate change. Well, indeed, the climate is changing, but not in the ways that you are being told. You must be aware And always to prepare yourselves for anything at any time, for you never know if you could be in the path of Mother Earth or some other man-made disaster. San Francisco comes strongly to my mind as I see the bridge, San Francisco Bridge, waving in the winds. More like shaking as a quake hits that area of California, causing buckles in roadways and even new body of water to form as a crack from an earthquake along a riverside rushes the river into a new direction. We will witness many of these events all over the planet. As we witness in the next year, in the summertime of 2024, more issues arise around the Euphrates River. Exactly as spoken about in the book of Revelation, the Euphrates River is drying up. Many throughout humanity talk and discuss the events of a great World War III, in which will not occur as soon as many may think, or even some may even wish for it to occur. That will not come for a few years, giving you all the more time to prepare and to shift your own consciousness through meditation, ceremony, prayer, and whatever fits you and your family the best. It's an important time, 2024, to learn to focus on taking care of yourselves, your health, your well-being, and know again that you have infinite possibilities and amazing things can happen, even in the way of your health. So if you are diagnosed with some type of a disease in the medical field, or doctor makes you believe that this is something that you should go right into fear and worry about, or feel complete hopelessness for new breakthroughs and infinite possibilities can happen and will happen. So seek out your own research, as many things that help heal many diseases are being suppressed, and these things will begin to break out and come to the public eye in 2024 and 2025. You will once again witness great floods and devastating shifts in the waters that come to wash away the lands, especially during the months of March and April. You will also get to witness major storms in the early part of 2024 and even 2025, with record-breaking snow amounts never ever recorded on the planet before. We will witness more shifts and major changes in the political fields and power heads throughout the world in 2024 and even 2025, as again you begin to see leaders fall from power, many of them being taken out in some form or another. The fight between the dark and the light will become even more obvious, and the awakening of humanity will take a new, bigger step into the greater awakening in 2024. Remembering that 2024 brings with it infinite possibilities. I see big issues arising all around the coastlines between New York and New Jersey. First, an issue with something washing ashore, perhaps related to oil or even an oil spill. As big protests and movements begin to break out, fighting the death of all the whales and mammals that are happening off the coast of New Jersey and New York as well, and in other places globally, as more and more people will become concerned over the creatures of the earth and the suffering that they are also enduring during this time. Be aware that many more issues will arise around your imports and your goods, no matter what country you may be in, as the country China begins to take over, and with their agenda and plans to take over all the trade imports as possible, building their own new transport routes and eventually even closing down and putting quite some damage on the Panama Canal, as the Panama Canal, like the Euphrates River, is also drying up. This will become more obvious during the months through July and August of 2024, as the Panama Canal will experience several times in which it will be shut down completely. No goods will be getting through. Again, this is all the more reason we tell you to prepare and stock up on things that you may need no matter what. Do what you can, little by little. I see big fires occurring in Paris, France. A huge building that's ignited in flames. This feels like a very historic, monumental building in the event that occurs. I see the word arson spread across. Many arsons. Paris will experience many arson events coming up. More like events meant to strike terror into the people. An ancient church in Italy also burns after being struck by lightning. The planet Earth will experience a bigger shifting and movement of the poles between 2024 and 2025. Therefore, between September of 2024 into around February and March of 2025, you will witness the biggest earthquakes of all the way up to a 9.0 and higher. Mexico City will be one that will endure one of those quakes in the future. September is a strong month of activity, as you witness more and more solar events and storms occurring in your skies, bringing the borealis again to places where it has never been seen before. An event that goes viral revolved around this borealis and the amount of times that it shows up in 2024, breaking a record, showing up in seasons where it would never normally show. Alaska has a meltdown of sorts as their temperatures begin to rise in that northern part of Alaska, again causing unprecedented floods, wiping out small villages nearby. A great dam shall burst. Also late 2024, early 2025, we will see many breaks in infrastructure, some actually caused from weather events, but many others caused from conflict or other attacks on infrastructure globally. I can't exactly identify this great dam that I see bursting, but it seems like a significant, I'm not sure what dam that I see clearly busting through the seams, straight through the center. It looks very familiar, but I'm not sure. It feels to me like an important dam. Place that many visit, perhaps such as the Hoover. I see some new uprising occurring in Australia as Australia pushes more and more of their citizens into a dictatorship type of government. The people of Australia and even New Zealand are getting fed up as we see this event taking place globally. We see new movements occurring already, but the movements that we see coming into play in 2024 and 2025 will be monumental. Events that go down into history books like no other events before, as we see many movements coming together to fight against what's happening globally. Movements in the protests against the events that are taking place in the East Coast and other places. Australia feels a bit divided to me, as if the country itself wants to specifically divide in half into two separate governments. I feel this division's being pushed upon the entire planet, and something that we will witness in the United States of America as well, as that begins to split into its own separate nations over the next decade and even sooner. Great chaos will occur in the United States, especially as we get through the summer months and closer to the election season. The 2024 election in the United States will go in a direction that no one would have ever guessed. Again, shocking people as the elections did in the year 2016. There's several potentials that lie on the table as several candidates that are running in 2024's lives are in danger. More than one would think, and not just Donald Trump. Beware if they call it something health related, as there's other methods of making sure they clear people out of their way without looking so suspicious. But at the same time, they want to make a statement by taking somebody out, like they did JFK. Remember that events can be shifted and changed when enough of us know about them and we can hold in the light a different outcome. Remember, your own future is in your hands, and so is the future of the world. And knowing about events ahead of time can help us hold a different outcome in the light. Through prayer, through meditation, and the more of us that do so, the more easier it is for us to shift things into a better direction. I see more big events breaking out around Hawaii. Hawaii's been hit hard already over the past few years through storms, volcanic activity, and of course the fires. But Hawaii feels to me like it's erupting once again, and I see some type of evacuations taking place. I do feel people will return. I see a volcanic eruption that's along the waters, not necessarily still in Hawaii, but definitely a volcano that's surrounded by waters. As this volcano erupts, the waters become boiling. I have a strong feeling that for some reason that this is very concerning. Whether it's due to the boiling of the waters or some other event that can occur from this. And one eruption that's so large that literally it caves in on itself, the entire volcano eventually. La Palma comes to mind, and I feel like La Palma will be somewhat of some type of concern again in the near future. Late 2024 and 2025. I see problems around Japan. And some type of tensions that arise between Japan and China. But at the same time, Japan is going to be hit with so many very hard and tragic weather events in 2024 and 2025. I see mountainsides literally washing away from the heavy rains. Tunnels that collapse. And even bridges that are washed away along a coast. At the same time that there's floods, there's an earthquake that shakes things up. I believe I am on the southern end of Japan when I see all these heavy floods and feel this shaking. But I also feel a big shaking happening beneath the islands located along the edge of Japan. And this pulls me straight to Indonesia. As if there's a big lava flow that happens beneath the chamber, beneath the earth that connects the two together. And I feel that this is beginning to heat up and beginning to crack, which would in turn bring a big earthquake beneath the ocean. At that point between Japan and Indonesia. Something to be extremely aware of, especially in the months of October. But you will also witness big events in the month of March when it comes to your weather into the earth plate shifts. Even big earthquakes that occur in Mexico, the state of Texas, and even in the state of Washington and parts of Canada. Earthquake activity in 2024 will break records. You will see this very evident in the early part of 2024 between the months of January and March, where you may even witness the heaviest activity of all when it comes to earthquakes. I see major concerns that arise once again revolved around railroads and transportation. Again, as I feel that the imports of goods and transportation of goods is going to be hit hard in 2024. Cutting some people in some small towns and cities from food and the access of goods completely. One very important railroad that connects through Europe, transporting goods, including even oil and gas supplies throughout Europe, is sabotaged in 3 different spots to ensure that the goods can't be shipped for quite some time. One of those sabotages on this railroad system is on a bridge, where the bridge is completely taken out. This railroad system goes through Germany and several other countries in Europe. It is a big chain that supplies that whole line of countries. This railroad system will also be sabotaged at the point where it splits apart into several different directions to ensure, once again, that goods can't go in those different directions. Luckily, it will be repaired in some time, but again, many will suffer without goods as this causes a higher inflation to occur. The economy in 2024 is something that will be the highlight of 2024 as you begin to see your dollars disappear. They will begin pushing even further the mandatory digital system. Many big corporations and chains will be forced to take no cash at all. While you begin to witness in 2024, AI begin to massively take over your jobs. AI will go into places, even in places like Walmart, preventing people again from even using cash. September will be a big month which hits your economies globally. And by the time you reach 2025, absolutely everything in the world of currencies will be different and changed in major ways. I see a wave, like a tidal wave, that basically washes over Wall Street. I take this as a big tidal wave that's going to hit the stock markets in 2024. August and September strongly again come to mind. There's something big about the date February 22nd and also September 1st of 2024. We must take note of those dates. I see many airports shutting down globally for many different reasons. You will notice in 2024 how many times you witness travel and travel routes being closed, shut down, or sabotaged in some form or another. Airports in big cities shut down due to threats, while airports are shut down due to weather events, making 2024 one of the most difficult years for travel, causing major losses for airlines and other travel places. Even cruise ships will be affected in 2024. Cruise incidents will be on the rise even in late 2023, including outbreaks of bugs and viruses on cruises that deter people from wanting to go on a cruise. Even the buyout of one cruise lines by another. A cruise line takeover. I see a map, and on the map I see Ukraine, Russia, and that part of the planet. And I see a little white flag that pops out from the territory of Ukraine, which would make me believe that in 2024, Ukraine will surrender. And I believe this will occur after Zelensky is somehow taking out a spot. I see a lot of confusion right in and around Syria, including a very large explosion that looks to me like it could even be a small nuke used and shot off by Israel. North Korea and South Korea tensions will rise As if Kim Jong-un suddenly took his bully pills and wants to bully his neighbors. This will be a different type of bullying, as if he is itching himself to bring about conflict. One of his missile launches will backfire and fall right onto his own people, unfortunately. I'm pulled throughout South Africa as I see crowds and crowds of people. It feels a bit chaotic, like again a rise up of people. Something that we're going to see in 2024, unlike anything that we've already witnessed in the year 2023. Again, with many movements gathering together. Unfortunately, you must be aware that much of this is being put into place to cause more of a divide. Humanity needs to love one another instead of hating on one another. Put peace ahead of war and conflict. And humanity is soon going to learn the hard way. 2024 will be an amazing year for people awakening once again on another level, unprecedented. As humanity gets sick and tired of seeing and witnessing the suffering as they suffer themselves. You must remember that even though there will be big issues when it comes to economy and big drops and tidal waves that hit stock markets, at the same time, you can have infinite possibilities with making money if you know what you're doing. Because many billionaires will become trillionaires by end of 2024. A term that will become much more common as the globalist elite absorb all of the rest of the money and resources that they can. More and more people will awaken to the control and where that control is coming from. As this awakening takes humanity to a level that people would have never imagined. Realizing as the truth comes out with whistleblowers beyond any of the whistleblowers you have already witnessed. But beware that many whistleblowers are put into place purposely to deter you and to make you and trick you into believing something different. To make you believe that the government's causing the earthquakes when many of the earthquakes are a big part of the poles that are shifting. So beware of the whistleblowers. Pay close attention to the whistles that become blown connected to, once again, WikiLeaks. WikiLeaks and its founder. I feel that Julian Assange is again in great danger, especially if he happens to be transported from one place to another. Again, unfortunately, between 2024 and 2025, we will see a lot of assassinations taking place. The war between the dark and light will become more obvious as we see both the good being taken out and the bad being taken out. When you hear of one elite passing in a boating accident, know that it is no accident. If you hear of a celebrity that, again, gets into a boating accident and is deceased, it is no accident and the truth will come out. Buses need to be extra cautious. All buses, especially buses where you store things underneath. I feel like buses in America especially. I see problems on the highways being caused from threats and, again, less than smart people who wish to bring harm to Americans. Be mindful, be alert, and know that great change is coming upon you in the next 2 years. By the end of 2025, again, everything will be different. You must resist the darkness and the things that they wish to put into place to enslave humanity. This includes their fully digital systems. There is one that's good and one that's bad. They will, of course, push the one that's bad. And there you have it, beautiful friends. I really hope you enjoyed that very interesting information and details from Team Spirit. I appreciate my spirit guides, and I appreciate each and every one of you for making it to this point in the video. Thank you for showing your love, by clicking that like button as well. And keep in mind that this is only the first of many channel predictions I'll do for 2024, let alone the big predictions that I put out every year on New Year's Day. I'll be recording that on December 23rd. You can participate and contribute to the predictions for 2024 at the link down below. Check it out. So thanks again so much for making it this point. Remember, you can catch me every Tuesday for Tuesday's Tittel Tea Time Predictions Updates, where we go over world events and how they align and may align with predictions and prophecies, with new predictions each and every Tuesday. So until the next time, beautiful friends, celebrate life, celebrate you. Be kind to others as you wish others be kind to you. Most importantly, be bold, be true, be kind, be you. Why? Because you're freaking awesome. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste and much love.